Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, Matt Maloney.
Joey Siegel. Welcome to Guyaki. I'm glad you could make it today.
Thank you, I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. Start things off. Why did you apply for this position?
Great question. Well, to start off, I think I applied for this position mostly just because I've always had a knack for marketing. For example, in my last job, I held a marketing position where I was in charge of advertisements via social media. So I would post pictures to advertise for, it was a restaurant, so I advertised for the restaurant. And I always got really good feedback from my coworkers and my boss. And we actually saw an increase in sales while I held that position, which was very encouraging. And then second of all, I've always loved your product, yerba mate. Me and my peers are big fanatics, so I felt like this would be a great fit.
Awesome. Impressive.
Yeah.
Tell me about a time when you persuaded someone to do something.
I think a good example of a time where I persuaded someone to do something was last year. My dad has his phone plan is with Verizon, and he started complaining about problems he would have with his wireless connection while on business trips and whatnot, and it started to actually affect his work. So I kept telling him that he should switch to AT&T. They have better wireless connection, all of this, and he was very stubborn. He's been a lifelong Verizon customer, so he didn't want to budge. But I finally sat him down. I gave him a list of benefits from AT&T, pointed out how the wireless connection would be better in these certain spots. And it took a while, but he finally made the switch, credited me, and his work actually benefited from it. So yeah, I think I persuaded him there for the better.
Awesome. Little scenario for you.
Okay.
Think of a time when you used probing questions to get someone to open up and have a good conversation with you.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. First thing that comes to mind, my family owns a pizza restaurant back home, so I was in charge of interviewing potential new members, or new employees, I should say. So when I was interviewing this one potential new cashier, for example, I really wanted to get to know him better because he was close to my age, and I take my family business very seriously. So I would just ask him questions like, is this a typical job for you? Or how does this job relate to your interests? And stuff like that. Basically, I would just use probing questions to try to find out his intentions. And through asking these questions, I found out that he had good intentions, and we ended up hiring him, and he was a great fit. So I think that was a very useful way to use probing questions.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thin or thick crust pizza?
Thin.
Oh,
East Coast.
that's the way to go.
Yep.
How do you organize and prioritize your work activities for the day, week, and month?
Well, actually, just recently, I've started using a planner, and I bring it everywhere with me. I always have it on me, and I'm always writing down tasks that I have for the week ahead, and day by day as well. Personally, I like to think of things day by day, so I'll have a to-do list, and I'll just check things off as I go, and I'll also have a to-do list for the week, and once I complete it, I cross it off, and it really helps me just stay organized in my own head, so I don't freak myself out. And it has actually proven to help me throughout my day with my organization and prioritization skills.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So two separate questions here.
Okay.
First of all, when were you most satisfied with what you were doing?
I would have to say I was most satisfied with what I was doing last year. So my senior year of high school, I was involved in a bunch of different things within my community that would range from helping the homecoming week for my high school run smoothly. I held a chair position for that, to leading the student section at my high school for football and basketball games and whatnot, which was a really cool experience. And all the way to managing the popular pizza restaurant in my community, like I stated before. And yeah, I was super content with where I was at when I was doing that, because staying involved just made me stay motivated towards my work and feel more important in my community, and help me make others feel important, which was a really cool feeling.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so going off of that, when were you least satisfied with what you were doing?
Least satisfied, good question. I would probably have to say the year right before last year, so my junior year of high school. I was on the high school basketball team,
Okay.
and I kind of let my social life get the best of me at times. started showing up to practice less, and it had an obvious effect on my skill and my playing time. Skill and playing time definitely declined, and I was not happy with that because I was completely relying on my actions. But as I stated before, I changed my act senior year, and I was more happy then. But definitely junior year, I was the least happy because of those things.
Okay. Was that kind of a point of realization for you?
Yeah,
Kind of a
definitely.
wake-up call to kind of get your stuff together and get after it?
Yeah, definitely a big wake-up call for me.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate everything, Matt. Thank you
Awesome.
for coming in today.
Yeah,
We'll
thanks
be in
for having
touch
me.
shortly.
Awesome.
And I'll give you a call.
Yeah.
Thank you.